Hi, it's Donnelly. I've been asked quite a bit lately to define and go deeper into what does it mean when we decide to be happy? What does that mean? How should I be looking at it in my life? And how should I be applying that decision to be happy? Um, Life is filled with all sorts of experiences from the moment we get up to the moment we go to bed. Experiences that we apply big and little to. Like we might say we had an experience of stubbing our toe in the morning, which was small, and then we had an experience of screwing up at work, which was big, and so we apply really when in reality we're giving all the meaning to everything. So I love this question. I love the fact that you're thinking it. I love the fact that you're diving deeper into getting clear on what it means for you. So congratulations. That's always a step in the right direction. So I'd like to explain in two ways. One, what I believe happiness is, and then two, what unhappiness is, okay? So you'll have two ways to look at it, and you'll get to see it from both angles. It helps to making a quicker decision when we step into knowing and understanding happiness. So one of the first things I'd like to say is that happiness is a genuine satisfaction with your present experience. So at the end of the day, you can overlook your day and feel like you had a great day, right? But it's truly, when you break it down to give meaning to what a great day is that you were genuinely satisfied with the present moment all day long. That you never wished it were different, or wished you could change it, or gave your disapproval to it. That you were genuinely satisfied. You felt satisfaction and just experiencing life as it was, without judgment. And I will say that's a difficult task for many. And I'm hoping that in sharing all of this information today, that this will break it down to another level of understanding that you can grasp, and then be more aware of situations and circumstances in your own life where you might want to shift your own thinking about something. So the number of people in the world today who are not happy is probably growing exponentially. I often wonder if there's not an unhappy epidemic going on. But try for a moment just to think of, just try to come up with 5 people you know that don't have at least one area in their life that they're not happy about. So happiness is not really the constant. I guess there's more to it, because if happiness is the genuine satisfaction, what's satisfaction? Satisfaction, that's where the constant can lie. That's where the constant does lie, is in having a satisfaction for. So what is satisfaction? Let's go a little deeper into this word. Satisfaction is a deep, underlying sense of fulfillment. A sense of doing a great job, good job with life, in your relationships, in your job, in all your actions, in all your thoughts. It's having that sense of fulfillment. So the base of wholeness, or the basic wholeness that exists in each of us, the core of who we are, which permits, when we really tap into that satisfaction, when it is the base of who we are, right? I mean, we were put here to have a beautiful experience, an experience of life, in experiencing the duality of pain and pleasure, of getting to decide over and over and over every day what feels good and what doesn't, and aligning with what feels good. So that truly is what happiness is. It's the basic wholeness of who we are, and when we align with it, the flow of our creativity and the actions of mind and body do become that gratifying and satisfying experience. So on to unhappy. What is an unhappy person? And this is, we've all been here. Every single one of us on this call, and every single one of us experiencing life has experienced unhappiness. We all have. That's how we learn to discern what happy is. That's part of our experience in life, is to know when we're not in alignment. Because what is unhappiness? I really think that it's the knowing that you're not in alignment with the nature and flow of your genuine self, and that you've stuffed off the check, and it's kind of like that signpost or a reminder or guidance system to get us back on track. But what I've learned in all my time trying to help other people and counsel other people, and really through the laser group coaching calls, is that unhappy people genuinely know, they truly do sort of know why they're not happy. Like, they've put a meaning and a reason to it. So their explanations are many. Their reasoning, their understanding, they all come from different levels, because we all create different situations for ourselves. So it doesn't matter the situation or the circumstance this time or that time. What it all boils down to is one simple thing, and that is that they're not seeing themselves correctly. That they're, by creating the opinion, they've tainted the reasoning capacity. By stepping into the uncomfortable emotion of unhappiness, they've distorted, they've made a mess of their reasoning capacity. So first, be really clear that we can't solve the problem from the level of the problem. We have to rise to a higher level of awareness or consciousness to solve the problem. And as we ask ourselves more questions, which is why I'm really happy to get all these questions around happiness, is everyone's asking them. So they're eagerly open to knowing and hearing what it takes to truly be happy. So back to the unhappy person, that they're not seeing themselves correctly. And from that incorrect level of awareness, they've distorted, they've manipulated their ability to reason correctly. They believe that it's necessary to change the event or that other person or the situation or the circumstance, when in all reality, it's only themselves that they need to change. We can never reach outside ourselves to change. The change is in our mind and how we're perceiving things. And if you're confused at this level, ask yourself, how might I see this differently? There's always two sides, many, many more, to every situation, every circumstance, and every event. And therein lies duality. You know, we're given that ability to find pain and pleasure. It's all which we choose to hold on to, and which we choose to become so attached to that becomes our constant. So you can be more attached to pleasure and release the pain when it comes, experience it and release it, or choose not to give it meaning. Just experience it as a neutral in life instead of having to give all the meaning to it. It's difficult, it truly is, and it is a day-by-day process of being aware of how you're feeling. So you get to discern at that moment. Do I choose to be right, or do I choose to be happy? That was one of my favorite quotes from A Course in Miracles, and it's repeated throughout so many different practices, just because there's so much validity and so much truth in it. If you want to be right, you can hold on to your attachment to your thoughts and your judgments and your opinions. If you want to be happy, you can release those and experience life as it is, without all the meaning and judgment that taint your perception. Stepping into happiness is a day-by-day process, and all you can do is try each day, every day, all day long. But it does come. It truly does come. It's that desire to release your attachment to the judgment and perception that changes and taints the whole situation. So, much love. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and be happy.